All right, we're just gonna hang out here for a minute and see how many people show up, and then we'll go from there. Give it a few minutes, see if anybody does show up. I guess actually I should move this down here so that way it's not looking all over. How you doing, Stephen Mann and Ungrateful Peasant? It's good to see you guys. All right, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. Hey Garrett, how you do? Hey Garrett, how you doing? J.W. Wheeler. Hey, I want to. I've sent my email to you a couple times in chat or in the chat thing, but I'm sure YouTube took it down. I want to, if you could, email me at american1972 at gmail.com. I want to have you on sometime. Um, there's a bunch of other people too, and then I'd like to know if I can put you uh, a picture of you in a video that's upcoming. Hey Vinny, how you doing, buddy? So it kind of sucked. Thursday, I went up to Stagecoach Stop slash Cowboy Creek Lodge, and when I was growing up as a kid, that place was open. And any of you that seen the video seen that um, it's a pretty big place. When I was growing up, when I was young, they used to have the stagecoach fight. You're not well. They had gunfights off the little train up there. Some stagecoach gunfights. They had gunfights in the town, and it was really cool. And then I hit my teenage years, and of course I got into motorcycles and hot rods and girls, and forgot all about it. Well, then when my kids were growing up, my oldest daughter, I went to take her up there, and it was closed down. Apparently, it closed in the late 80s, early 90s, and it sat vacant for a lot of years. And somebody bought it, and they're trying to fix it up. I couldn't go in any of the buildings. For one, they didn't have any electricity working there. Their electricity was out too. So, and because that they're remodeling the place, without electricity, they didn't want anybody going in there and getting hurt on anything or anything like that. I totally understand that. They were really nice in the fact that they let me, you guys seen the video, they let me do some shooting up there, and I pulled off, I don't know, 5 or 6 really good triple shots, and then I got some other shooting, you know, all with blanks. And that leads up to some people ask me why I was testing different blanks and that. Um, I knew I was going to be doing that video there. Plus, there was another video that's going to be coming up pretty soon here in the next week or two on another channel, and I will share a link to it. But both situations, Stagecoach Stop and this other video that's coming out for another channel, had to be done with blanks for safety reasons. We didn't want any Alec Baldwin accidents happen or nothing like that. Um, Normally, I do a lot of shooting with live ammo, so but there's times where you can't use live ammo and blanks are good to have. Um, I had a lot of people comment that on the spin cocking of the Rossi 92, which, Plowboy, if you see this video, that's your fault. Um, it seems like half my gun collection comes from your videos, and I seen that 16-inch barrel trapper you got, Rossi 92, with that big loop, and then you talked so highly of it, I had to have the 20-inch barrel, and then I put the big loop on it because after seeing yours, I like the looks of the big loop way better than the factory loop. Plus, years ago, I tried to spin cock that Lone Star commemorative Winchester 3030 with the stock lever on it, and I like broke my fingers off, about ripped my wrist right off my hand. That Model 94 is quite a bit heavier than that Rossi 92, but you need that big loop lever, or at least I need that big loop lever to try and spin it. And actually, the video you guys seen of me spinning that up there at Stagecoach Stop, which I know that wasn't real impressive. That was actually my first attempt. I'd never tried to, other than one time years and years ago, never tried to spin cock a rifle. I literally just did it on video. So bear with me. I will get better, just like the triple shot. I plan on getting a lot better at that. Right now I'm practicing a lot with that spin cock. With the Winchester, how it ejects out the top, you have to spin that thing really fast or your shells will fly right out when it's spinning. With the Henrys and the Marlins, they eject out the side. The top of it's covered. Um, I'm pretty sure that'd be a lot easier to spin cock. Eventually, I want to set up 10 cans of tranny fluid and spin cock between each shot and shoot 10 cans of tranny fluid. Now, I don't recommend anybody does that. Any of these gun tricks, triple shots, spin cock, and any of that stuff should not be done with live ammo, but I'm an idiot. Ask my wife. She'll tell you I'm the king of all the idiots in the world. So anyway, let me go through some of these comments and say hello to people. Well, thank you, Garrett. Uncle AR, I like that. That's better than what most people call me. I think I said hi to JW Wheeler. I think I said hi to Vinny. Hello, Maze Mind. Billy Boy, hello. Steven, I know I said hello to you. Gray Pilgrim, how you doing, buddy? It's been a while since I've seen you. And Brian Smith, always good to see you, buddy. And I think that's everybody that's in right now. But going back to that, I probably should have bought the Trapper like Plowboy's got. It'd be quite a bit easier to spin it. But I like the extra capacity that the 20-inch barrel Rossi 92 holds 10 rounds. It had to be in 45 Colt because that's what most of my handguns are in. And I'm a big fan of the 45 Colt, always have been, but after shooting what a lot of us refer to as the Plowboy's load, which Plowboy will tell you he did not invent that load, but he's the one that made it known to a lot of people like me. I was always under the impression growing up that 30 grains of black powder was the max you could get in a 45 Colt case, and Plowboy proved that wrong in a video. You can get 40 grains in. Plowboy and 11 Bang Bang and them guys, they like real black powder. I know it's sacrilege, but I like 777 better. I read somewhere that it's 20% stronger or more powerful. And after seeing Jake over at Everything Black Powder and he actually did it in response to me asking, because I don't have a chronograph, he actually chronographed 45 Colt loads with 40 grains of 777 with a 250 grain or 255 grain hard cast bullet and out of a 4 3/4, 4 5/8 barrel, he was pushing 980, 990 feet per second with that 777. That, in my opinion, will put down anything in North America. Yeah, there's other calibers that will do it a little better, but hey, I mean, I would not hesitate to go hiking in grizzly bear country with the Plowboy load in any of my Colt clone single actions, and I can shoot that load in my open top. I can shoot that. Hang on, Matt. That load is low enough pressure that I can shoot that load in my open top. I can shoot it in my conversion pistols and my Colt clones, in anything I own, and it's just a good stout round. And out of that 20-inch barrel, I'll bet you that's a good stopper right there. So that's why I only shoot Plowboy's load, unless I'm doing a triple shot with live ammo. Then I load them down to right around 700 feet per second, because there is no way in hell I would ever try to do the triple shot with the Plowboy load. I mean, the recoil on that, you'd be liable if you didn't shoot your face off with it. So, um, and like I said, don't ever do any of that kind of trick stuff with live ammo. Just because I do it, just because I'm a dumbass, doesn't mean you should be a dumbass too. So, yes, Gray Pilgrim, you're absolutely right. This is a small but great group of people. Um, a lot of you know that I had a channel before, and I let it get political, and it got taken down. Had about 20,000 subs at one point. I think when they took it down, it was down to about 18,000. And that's why I now have a political channel. This is just strictly a gun channel, and why I've been focusing more on the single action stuff, single action army, and that. For one thing, I don't go through nearly as much ammo as I do like with ARs and SKSs and that. But black powder is easy for me to find around here. Smokeless powder is still really hard to find, and it just seems that I can shoot more. Plus, I really enjoy the old Western guns. Have always been my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I got 1911s, I got Beretta 92s, I got SKSs, AKs, ARs, and I like all of them. But my absolute favorite guns of all times were the guns from the old West period: lever action rifles and single action Colts. If it ain't a Colt, it's second best. Sorry, Ethan. I know how you feel about that, but um, just kidding. I just prefer the Colts. But that's why I've been focusing more on that. Plus, it's just I've been having a blast with this triple shot, and dressing up for it and all that. And now I'm gonna expand into, and I'm not gonna quit the triple shot. I'm not giving that up until I am as fast as Tuco the Rat or faster. Can I do it? Maybe. No. Ain't never gonna happen. But I'm still gonna give her hell trying. I just, you got to have a goal. My goal is to be as fast, if not faster, than Tuco. Gonna try, but hey, I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. So don't hold your breath on it either. And Tuco, if you're watching, I ain't gonna give up, bud. But I've also always wanted to spin cock a rifle, so that I'm doing that. I'm building a fast draw holster. I want to get into some fast draw videos and stuff like that. I can't afford to buy the Cape guns and the drillings right now, so that's why there hasn't been any new videos on them. They're just, I haven't, I mean, I bid on them sometimes, but I just haven't won any since the ones you guys seen before. So I've been focusing on this stuff right now. Gray Pilgrim, I'm very fortunate that I have access to different properties I can shoot on. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do all the shooting videos I do, especially stuff like the triple shot and that. You gotta be careful. I mean, it's not hard to shoot over top of a backstop or something like that. So I got some huge fields that I can shoot at, and I don't have to worry about bullets hitting nothing or nobody. Yes, there's lots of great people Any of you guys that don't know JW Wheeler, go check him out. He, I think he watches every video I put out and comments on them. And I don't know how he does it because he's got a big channel. And how he can keep up with his channel and keep up with mine and 11 Bang Bang and everybody else. That guy is an amazing guy. But go check his videos out. He does all kinds of stuff, but he does a lot of Ruger stuff and a lot of Western stuff. But he does modern stuff too. You guys, sure you know 11 Bang Bang, go check them out. Ungrateful Peasant actually has a really cool gun that he's been working on. I don't want to give it away. Um, it's a pistol, but if you're into the AR stuff, go check his channel out. I think he's going to be putting out a video on that pretty soon. Let me see. Yeah, Garrett, I really love the black powder cartridge stuff. I don't shoot cap and ball anymore. It takes so long to load the pistol up and that honestly I love cap and ball. My time's so limited when I get a chance to do these videos and that. I'm so short on time. I need to get as much shooting in as I can. Like, you guys see the triple shot, and I've had a few people comment, man, you're good at that. Well, that's the wonderful thing about editing a video is I might blow through 100 shots trying to get 4 or 5 good triple shots, and all you guys see is the good ones, and it makes me look better than what I actually am. So that's cool. Something I have been thinking about, and if you guys are interested in it, Rumble now has a live stream, and seeing as how you can't show guns on live videos on YouTube, I'm really thinking about doing some live videos on Rumble, just me practicing triple shot, spin cock, whatever. And if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. And I'll try and do some lives when I'm out practicing and that. And if nothing else, you guys will get a good laugh. I mean, you would have been dying the first couple times I tried to spin cock that Rossi 92. Dug that front sight into my arm. I got a bunch of little scratches all over my arm where it ran the front sight into my arm. So, I mean, you might get some good amusement me trying to do these things. Yeah, Ungrateful Peasant has a new channel for tools and training and tactics and that. For you guys that are interested, go check him out. Um, Ungrateful Peasant, if you want, put a link to that in the comments. There's a few channels that I used to have a ton of channels when the channel was bigger. Always wanting to do lives together, always wanting to do things together and that, wanting to promote their channels and that. And I did a lot of that. And another reason why I've been sticking to the old Western stuff more is when my channel got taken down, only a small handful of people continued to even talk to me. Once I was small and nobody again, not that I was ever big, but I was bigger. I never heard from them again. But Ungrateful Peasant has always been supportive of my channel when I was big and even now when I'm small. Um, another really good friend of mine, uh, Plowboy's Ghost, 11 Bang Bang, Gray Pilgrim. Here's another channel you guys can go check out. He does a lot of history type stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. But these are the channels now. Um, you find out who was using you to try and climb up and who actually supported you. And so I'm just kind of, this is where I'm at. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Um, I mean, I've had support from some big channels like Arizona Ghost Riders and Tuco the Rat helping me. Arizona Ghost Riders, he, when I was going to buy spurs for some of these upcoming schools, um, when I was going to buy the Vestnet, I'd ask him, hey, what do you think? Because I know he does a lot of actual real type Old West history. And he's like, yep, that'll work. Or nope, don't. So, I mean, I get a lot of help, man, from a lot of channels. Tuco, if I can do the triple shot with my mangled up hands, I mean, I got arthritis in my hands. My knuckles are back into my hands here, tendons and stuff cut off. If I can do the triple shot, anybody can do it. It just takes time and practice. I was fortunate enough that I reached out to Tuco the Rat when I first found his channel, and he was really cool. I emailed him. He told me where I could find all the information, where I could find the tooling, everything to build my gun. And then watching his videos, I mean, he shows you in his videos, he slows it down so you can see how he does it, and that's how I learned to do it. So if I can do it, any of you guys can do it. But Tuco's been a big support helping out. Like I said, all these channels, Wild Snapper. I mean, just guys that just really did me right. Guns Coast to Coast is a good friend of mine. He's always been real supportive of the channel, although he doesn't do much anymore. So I wanted to, in this live, I just wanted to acknowledge everybody that's helped me out. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody. Let me see, we got Tuco the Rat, Arizona Ghost Rider, Santee, 11 Bang Bang, Plowboys Ghost, JW Wheeler is always supporting the channel and helping me out, commenting and that. Um, Did I say Plowboys Ghost? I'm really tired, folks. Um, Great Pilgrim, Ungrateful. So anyway, I mean, you guys go check them guys out. You know, if you haven't yet. Let me scroll down here and see what's going on. I am doing great, 98XJ. Good to see you here, buddy. Yeah, JW, everybody wants to be bigger. I want to be bigger. But if this is where I'm at, this is where I'm at. I really don't care because regardless of how many subs I got, the friendships that I've made with other creators, the knowledge I've gotten from other creators, the support I've gotten with other creators and that from other creators and that makes it all worth it. Yeah, actually, Great Pilgrim did a collab with me, and he really helped me out. He dug up a lot of knowledge on the Cape guns and the drillings for me. And actually, that video's in here in my playlist. If you would go check it out and show him some support, because I mean, he just did it out of the kindness of his heart. He's a good guy. Oh, okay, cool. So you will be letting everybody know what the new channel is, and at the end of the month, Ungrateful Peasant. Oh, you can't post a link without the wrench. Well, let's fix that. Well, bear with me, folks. All right, you should be, I think, a moderator now, Ungrateful Peasant. Yes, you are. And if any of you other guys would like to be a moderator, let me know. Any of you guys, I know you guys got your own stuff going on. So, my name is Nobody. Well, I mean, some people have found me over time, and like I said, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this as a hobby. This is fun for me. Um, Before I let politics take over the channel, and I'm not gonna lie, I got addicted to the channel growing really fast because it grew really fast. And I did videos even when I didn't want to on politics because I didn't want every time I did a video on old Western guns or even older guns, I'd lose a bunch of subscribers. everybody just wanted to see modern ARs and stuff like that, and that's fine. I like all that stuff, but I don't want to be limited to just that. And a lot of people were watching for politics, and I found that this is where I come to relax. I don't talk about politics on this channel. I'm not going to talk about politics on this channel because this is my feel good. This makes me feel good. I enjoy doing this stuff, and it's a hobby for me that I really enjoy doing. I look forward to doing. Where if you go to my political channel, sometimes I go months without posting a video on there because I'm burned out on it. I get sick of it. So, I mean, anyway, that's why I don't do politics on this channel. And the only thing I ask is that we keep politics off this channel. Thank you for posting that link on Grateful Peasant. I will have to go back and subscribe to it later. 98XJ. If you want to see my politics, every once in a while I put a video up, go to a Pissed Off American. That's where I do all the politics. Like I said, I just don't want it on this. This is where I go to get unstressed out and to just and have fun. And I'm having so much fun doing these triple shot videos and the spin cocking videos. And like I said, I'm going to do some fast draw videos and, you know, my double barrel rifles, the drillings, the cape gun videos. I mean, it's all stuff that I enjoy doing. I've had so much fun, and there's stuff that you don't see a lot. I mean, there's a million AR videos, there's a million SKS videos, there's a million Uzi videos, there's a million AK videos. There's not a whole lot of videos on these old Western guns unless you go to a few channels like a lot of the guys that are in here right now. And then the cool thing is some of them guys do history. Some of them, like Wild Snapper, do gunsmithing. Some of them, you know, just do shooting videos. And then you have some guys like the Ungrateful Peasant. He actually works at a gun shop. He knows a lot about guns, and he also is a gunsmith in that. So he appreciates every type of gun I think out there. I don't think there's a gun video I've done that he hasn't had some kind of knowledge on the gun or seen one or worked on one, even some of the rarer stuff that I've done, you know. And he's just been a really good friend. Yeah, 98XJ, I had to make another channel because, like I said, this is my channel I go to feel good and I enjoy, and I just don't want this channel to get taken down over stuff like that. No, Ungrateful Peasant, I've seen some of the stuff you built. You've sent me some pictures. You definitely, you got some knowledge, buddy. But on that R92, that Rossi, I put the big loop lever on that, and I'm gonna do a video here coming up pretty soon on that gun, just showing it better. Actually I almost did it on this, and then I thought, if I violate the guidelines, they'll give me a strike. So we're just not gonna show any guns on the live. But I will do a video probably in the next week or so, actually showing the gun and talking about what I did to it. Because, well, the only thing I did was I took stock lever off and threw it in a drawer. I did it the minute I brought the gun home. I didn't even fire it or nothing else with the stock lever on. I mean, the very first thing I did was put the big loop lever on it. Then I slicked up the action and made it smoother and that. Because the whole goal for getting that rifle was to be able to spin cock and shoot it and do some of the old TV show The Rifleman type stuff with it eventually. So yeah, Vinny, there's another channel you guys should go check out. Vinny is into just, he's got some old Western type gun videos. He's got modern gun videos. That kid loves all kinds of guns. Unfortunately, he lives in Canada, and he's a lot more restricted than we are down here as far as what guns he can have and can't have. Yeah, Steven, that's how I get sometimes. and I let my mouth run and then get myself in trouble. Yeah, J.W. Wheeler, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like 1911s, I like Berettas, I like SIGs, but man, you take an old single action army clone or a real single action army or an open top or cap and ball, man, you put some ivory grips on a blued gun or even a nickel plated gun and just the curves and the shapes. I try and explain to people my love for the old western guns. The old western guns had wood or ivory, blued steel, nickel plated steel, and they were just gorgeous works of art. It was like you hold a Glock up to a single action army, and the Glock is the olive oil, nothing fancy girls, and you hold up that single action army, and it's like a supermodel compared to the Glock as far as looks go. I mean, you can't take nothing away from the Glock dependability in that, but as far as class and style goes, man, single action army, open tops, cap and balls. Even as much as I give Ethan crap about the Smith and Wessons and that, I mean, just them old cowboy guns, man. I mean, they were just classy and stylish. Yeah, I like a blued single action with ivory grips, imitation ivory grips or ebony grips. Even the wood grips I like too, but the ivory on a blued steel gun just looks sharp. You've been wanting one of them Martini Henrys for a long time, Gray Pilgrim. You'll get one eventually. The right deal will come along. Well, J.W. Wheeler, I will be watching for that video because the open top is my all-time favorite of the Colt pistols. I know they weren't as tough or as good as the single action army, but as far as looks goes, Colt never made a better looking pistol than the 1872 open top, just in my opinion. But so anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'm still gonna do the triple shot. You're just not gonna see as much of it on videos because all these videos in the next week or two, I don't want to give too much away, but in the next week or two, you'll understand why I was just, I mean, hammering myself to practice, 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 get faster, get faster, get faster, get better, get better, get better. It's all leading up to the Stagecoach Stop video and the video that's coming out in the next week or two. And now that that's done, now I'm trying to focus on other things. Like I said, the spin cocking. Um, I do want to take it's an 1872 open top, but they call it the Man with No Name gun. It's from the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Clint Eastwood's gun. It looks just like an 1851 Navy, but it shoots 38 special cartridges. Um, Hopefully in the next few weeks, I'm planning on setting some targets up that would be, torso size at a shooting range at 75 yards. I want to hand load some 38 special to the same velocity as the cap and ball. Just because, like I said, cap and ball takes so long to load it. I don't know how many shots it's going to take to do it, but I want to do the Hickok touch shot with that gun at the same velocities and everything as what the 1851 Navy was. Um, I have some other stuff I want to do with my cursed conversion pistol videos. I When winter comes and I can save up a little bit of money, I really got to get that 4570 double barrel rifle finished. Tom, a subscriber, sent me some brass and some bullets. So maybe I'll do some videos actually showing you how I regulate the barrels on them. I already showed in another video how I ream the barrels to chamber them, and maybe we'll get into, like I said, the regulating won't violate any of YouTube's guidelines because it's not building or not. It's just basically regulating the barrels so that they both shoot to the same point of impact at a designated range. Hey, Blue Cord Devils, good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing all right. Hope your wife's doing better. I know you're going through some stuff right now, and if any of you could, um, please keep Blue Cord Devil in your prayers. His wife's having some health issues and they could use some prayers. Well, Great Pilgrim, it ain't impossible. I've seen other people do it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it in the first shot, but I think I can do that shot. Even if it takes me 100 tries, I think I can do it. Yeah, J.W. Wheeler, I actually seen St. Andrews do that shot, and I had thought about doing it before he did it. He did it with a single action army clone, and I wanted to do it with something a little more closer to what Hickok would have used. Man, I am so sorry to hear that, Blue Cord Devil. I'll still continue to pray for her. That's so sad. I am so sorry, brother. Yeah, I like the old Dragoons and the Walkers, but I'm just a working guy like the rest of y'all, and I don't have unlimited income, so that it really sucked that the power was out at Stagecoach Stop, because that video ended up costing me about $300 to $350 by the time it was all said and done, and it was still worth it. But you got to figure time off work, gas, all the blanks that I loaded up, and everything else. And I just really wish that video would have turned out better. I wish I could have went and showed you guys more of it because it is just an amazing place. I mean, you feel like you walked back into time when you walk through there and that. And like I said, I really wanted to do it like an hour long live, walking through all the different shop, stores or business, the buildings and showing you the stuff inside. And it just didn't work out. I mean, it is the way it is. I didn't have power here. They didn't have power there. I couldn't be gone too long because got to make sure that the generator stays running so I don't lose my freezers and my refrigerator. Plus, I just don't like leaving the wife home alone in case something happens with the generator or whatever. So it was just one of those things where it just really sucked. It didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to. Yeah, Ungrateful Peasant. I read an article one time. I think it was, man, I can't remember who it was. It was one of them outlaws. I think it was John Wesley Hardin actually got the slip on Wild Bill Hickok as far as he got the draw on him. And it said something to Wild Bill Hickok about getting the draw on him. And Wild Bill Hickok's comment to that was, you may have got the draw on me, but it's a lot harder to hit a target when the target's shooting back in that. And I think that's what made Wild Bill Hickok so deadly is he never lost his cool. He was stayed cool no matter what happened. He never lost his cool. He was always in control. Yeah, I like the 1858's Blue Cord Devil, and actually Stephen Mann just did a video on 1858's. Although I disagree with him about some of the things, I prefer the Colts. I don't mind. Anytime I buy a gun, it doesn't matter if it's like that Rossi, if I bought a Winchester, if I bought a real Colt, if I bought a Remington, it doesn't matter what I buy. I tear them apart. I polish and smooth and slick up everything and make them so that they're better. So when I buy, which Pietas really stepped their quality up. The last two Pietas I bought were made in like 2021 and 2023. Um, I mean, out of the box, perfect, no complaints. I mean, everything was perfect. They just, I converted them to 45 Colt, And by doing that, I didn't need that heavy black powder spring, and I slicked the actions up and just made them really smooth. But I just prefer the Colts. It's just a personal thing with me, probably because the very first big bore caliber pistol I ever shot was a black, I think it was a CVA or somebody. It was one of them black powder Colt clones, open top clones with a brass frame 44 caliber. And I just have always had a huge fascination with any of the open top style, whether it's cap and ball or the actual 1872. That open top design, I just love it. Yeah, Great Pilgrim, you've got some very interesting guns. Some that I'd like to have in my collection, that's for sure. Yeah, old Plowboy, it's your fault. I bought that 92, that Rossi 92, because of your review. Although after trying to spin cock that thing, I'm thinking I should have bought a trapper model like you, because in order to spin cock that with ammo in it and shoot it, because they eject out the top, you got to be able to spin that thing fast or it'll just throw the shell right out the top. And it's hard to spin that 20-inch barrel without smacking yourself in the shoulder or the arm. So I'm really thinking I probably should have went with the 16-inch, but I got the 20-inch. I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to get faster and faster and faster until I can do it. I practiced the other night with dummy rounds, and I think I spin cocked that thing 250 times, and I think I actually got it to feed one end once out of 250 tries. So it can be done. It's just going to take a lot of practice. Old Plowboy's laughing at me. My Plowboy special open top, that's Plowboy's fault. My 92, Rossi 92, that's Plowboy's fault. My race gun is a Pieta Pistolero, that's Plowboy's fault. And then I liked it so much, I bought a second one, so that's Plowboy's fault too. Half my gun collection is Plowboy's fault. But I want to thank him because I love my guns. Yeah, Blue Court Devil. I love the cap and ball. Like I said, it's so time consuming to take them to the range and shoot them, and I just don't have that kind of time anymore. Nylon 76 with an original box. That's got to be worth a few bucks on Grateful Peasant. Yeah, J.W. Wheeler. He's got Remingtons. He's got Schofields. He's got all kinds of cool stuff. I think probably the only person I don't know. Lemon Bang Bang probably has a bigger collection than J.W. Wheeler. I think Gray Pilgrim might, but other than that, I think Jay Wheeler's got one of the bigger collections that I've seen of just different type of stuff. 9 Remingtons. Well, it's I've got 2, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 Colt clone pistols, so I'm catching up to you, Stephen. So I'm gonna probably get ready to cut this off here pretty quick, unless you guys got something you want to talk about. I just wanted to explain a little bit about what's coming up. I wanted to apologize that the stagecoach stop video wasn't better. It just sometimes that's how it goes. Like I said, they had no power, I had no power, and it just nothing worked out as planned. Hey, it was good seeing you, Gray Pilgrim. Get a hold of me sometime. One of these days we'll have to do another video together. But you have a good night, bud. So, and then I just, I wanted I really want to talk about the video that's coming up in the next week or two. I am so excited about it. It's not even my video, it's somebody else's, but I'm not going to ruin their deal, but the minute it comes out, I will post a link to it in the community channel. And like I said, you guys will see why I've been working so hard at doing some of this stuff. Thank you, Garrett. And also, if any of you guys watch Working the Big Iron, my short, Garrett did that song for me, When the Man Comes Around. And I only used a little bit of it just for that short. I'm going to make a longer video as I get more footage of just all kinds of shooting in that, and I'm going to use the whole song. But I especially want to thank Garrett for doing that for me. Man, I really appreciate that. I love that. That version of that song you did, I love that. I actually listen to it, I don't know, at least once a day, it seems like. Yeah, Blue Cord Devil, I wouldn't mind having some 4440 stuff too, but I'm all set up for 45 Colts, so I've been kind of just keeping everything to that, just because that's what I'm set up for. Hey, Ungrateful Peasant, man, thank you so much for um, popping in. Like I said, you've been a good friend to me, and I appreciate the support, brother. And then, you know, Gray Pilgrim, Steven, Garrett, if any of you guys ever want to moderate or whatever, let me know and I'll add you. I just don't. I always have a hard time asking. Just like you, you'll never see me in videos say like, subscribe, share, ask people to do that. If I'm doing a good job, you'll just do that. And if I'm not, then I need to step up my game. To me, it just kind of seemed like begging. So I don't. I don't know. I don't like to beg nobody for nothing. But if anybody wants, any of you guys want to be a moderator, I mean, even some of you guys in the chat, I've known you guys for a long time now, through the chats and that. Let me know. I'll add you because it's hard for me to focus on the chat and do the video too. I can't walk and chew bubble gum. I mean, you guys see I'm talking and I stop talking and look down here and stuff like that because my eyes suck. Last 4 or 5 years, I had to start wearing these. Never had to wear glasses before, but I can't see the computer screen or to read writing. I can see fine, like driving and stuff like that. I just can't read without these anymore. 98XJ's laughing at me. He's only laughing because he knows it's true. I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I'd trip and fall and smash my ugly face. Well, Blue Cord Devil, I'm going to add you right now because, I mean, you've been with this channel. Man, you were with the old channel. You've been around as long as I can remember. And it would be an honor to have you as a moderator. Like I said, this channel's growing. We seem to be gaining anywhere from 4 or 5 subscribers a week to sometimes 10. But we're slowly growing, and as we grow, hopefully I'll grow and I'll get better at editing and I'll get better at just doing all of this stuff, and I can give you some better videos than what I have been. I'm trying to get better at the editing and that. That's my downfall. I'm not real good at editing and stuff like that, but Arizona Ghost Riders and Tuco have been trying to help me with my videos and editing and different ways to position the camera and stuff. So hopefully I can figure it all out and give you guys better videos. Yeah, it really sucks, JW, to go from having perfect eyesight to literally, I was reading prints at work for my job. I got to read prints to do my job. And I was reading prints one day with no glasses, fine. And the next day, I mean, it was like, no, I was trying to hold it like this. No matter how I looked at it, I couldn't read it. And I had to start buying these little cheater reading glasses. Yeah, like I said, Blue Cord Devil remembers when the original channel was A American, not A.R. American. And A American originally stood for just what it said, A American. I was just A American, one of many. But when I started the channel, I didn't realize that there was actually an author that wrote books, and that was his uh, book name, A American, how he published his books and that. And he was really cool about it. He didn't tell me I had to change the name. He did say that the book company copyrighted that name and they may give me hassles, but he wasn't going to make me change it. But I had had people comment on they really liked my books, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I found out, and that's how I found out that there was an author named that, and I reached out to him. And I just didn't want to. I was always wondering if maybe the channel grew so fast because people thought I was him, and I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression and think that I'm somebody I'm not. I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm just like every one of you guys. I ain't I ain't nobody special. I'm just an everyday working guy like you guys. I just like to play with guns and have fun. Yeah, I sometimes I miss the old channel because it was so big. It was fun, but I like this new channel right here. This one, to be honest with you, a lot better. Well, Plowboy, you can always do like I used to do before my wife got me this computer because I didn't want to be trying to read it like this. So you guys were looking up my nose. Um, I would do lives, just talk about what I wanted to talk about, and then I'd tell people in live. I'll go back and read the comments after the live's over and respond to the comments then. If you want to do a live, brother, you don't have to read the comments. I'll watch you anyway. Yeah, ungrateful peasant. Yeah, he was one of them, I think, that asked me if I was the author. But that's okay. Like I said, I made sure to clear that up. I never tried to pretend I was him or fool anybody or nothing else. So, yeah, Plowboy, just squint. We'll know what's going on. Yeah. But like I said, I wanted to mention some of the other creators on here because these other creators have really helped me out. All of you guys have helped me out. I mean, some of you guys have helped me out with advice. Some of you guys have helped me out looking up information for me. Some of you guys have helped me out with technical stuff. I mean, and I just wanted to mention your guys' channels and mention you guys and thank you personally, all of you guys, for helping me out as much as you have because it's probably frustrating dealing with an old fart that don't know technology that well. Squint like Clint. That's the old man squint. I think we're all getting there. Well, if you're lucky, you'll get the old man squint. If you ain't, you'll be like my baby brother that died before he was ever 30, and that sucks. But man, I really don't know what else to say. Like I said, I wanted to talk a little bit about the stagecoach stop and how that really turned out to be a big flop. And like I said, the people there are wonderful people, but it just they didn't have no power and couldn't really check it out the way I wanted to. Ben Deho, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I might as well talk about this. Um, Everybody loves the hat band. I've had some people ask, "What's up with all the crosses?" In my younger days, and I don't like talking about my personal life. It's very hard for me, but I guess I should bring this up because I get asked a lot of time, "What's up with all the crosses on the hat band? Um, the crosses on the grips of my guns?" Hang on a minute, plane flying over. I was raised with Christian beliefs. Um, I didn't go to church probably nearly as much as I should, but I was raised with Christian beliefs and always believed in God. God's been good to me. In my teenage years and even young adult years, I kind of drifted away from Him. Uh, got into drinking really heavy, got in with some bad, not bad people, but the wrong crowd. Got into some drugs and some drinking, wrecked some motorcycles, actually got hit head on twice. Um, was in a car that flipped end over end a few times. Had another accident 2002 that I ended up went through 8 surgeries. I died twice while I was in there. And for whatever reason, the good Lord's looked out for me. Now, my dad used to tell me when I was a kid that the good Lord looks out for fools and children. And I am obviously not a child anymore, so I guess that pretty much describes where I'm at. But that's why I wear these crosses on a lot of my stuff. It's to remind me that I'm very blessed. I'm not lucky. I am very blessed. Anybody that had that much luck would have hit the lotto 10 times over. I'm just very blessed. And I'm still not a good Christian. I smoke. I get angry. I swear. I try not to do it in videos, but I still do it. But the whole thing with the crosses is that's just a reminder for me that I'm a very blessed man and that the good Lord has looked out for me and I've been very fortunate. I lost my younger brother when he was, I think, 28 years old. Me and him worked together. We climbed telephone poles. He fell. First time he ever fell off a pole, broke his neck, killed him. I've gaffed out on poles and broken legs and stuff like that, but always lived through it. Um, one of my closest friends, I called him my older brother. He died in his early 50s from cancer. You know, so I've just been very blessed, and like I said, especially in this time of the world when all the crazy's going on in that, these crosses right here, they just remind me that it's all going to be okay in the end anyway. And like I said, I'm a very blessed man. I'm blessed to have the friends that I have on this YouTube channel. I'm blessed to have my family. I'm blessed to have, you know, everything I've got. And I have to remind myself that because in this day and age, it's real easy to start feeling, oh, woe is me in that. I mean, there's people like Blue Cord Devil and another subscriber that's wife's having health problems that I have to remember no matter how bad I think I got it, there's I'm blessed. There's people out there going through worse stuff than me right now. And that's why any subscriber, if you're having a hard time, if things are not going good or whatever, just let me know if you want, and I'll ask the subscribers to keep you in their prayers because we all need God at some point or another in our life. And I'm going to leave it at that right now. Hey, Arizona Ghost Riders, we was just talking about you, and I swear to God it was all good. I would not say a bad thing about you. Wow, fortunately, I've never seen that Blue Cord Devil. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad motorcycle wrecks when I rode in motorcycle clubs when I was younger than that, but nobody decapitated. That would be really messed up. But, um, no, actually, Santi, I was acknowledging a lot of the channels that have helped me out, and I was explaining how you've helped me out with some technical advice with the videos and the editing and that. Well, you and Tuco both have been helping me with that, and how, like when I wanted to get some spurs, I wanted to get some other things, for to make the videos better, and I've consulted with you on some of the stuff, and you're like, yeah, that looks good, or and I just, like I said, I kind of wanted to thank everybody that has helped me get where I'm at, and you were one of them, so I just wanted to thank you. But yeah, like I said, this whole YouTube thing is it's a hobby right now, and it's fun. I I have met some of the nicest and just good people doing these YouTube videos, other creators, and even subscribers, and it's just a really good thing. Well, I wouldn't put my videos as far as great videos. Some of them might be good, but I still don't have the video editing and stuff that some of you guys do. My quality of video is not up to par where some of you guys are, but I'm working on it. And like I said, though, thank you, Santee. I really appreciate it. But that's what's going on. I want to try and do the Hickok touch shot. Um, I want to do some spin cocking videos. I want to do some fast draw videos. I want to do the triple shot and the spin cocking of the Winchester 92 or Rossi 92 in my case off of horseback. That is a goal I have by the end of the year. I want to do that. But I am a novice when it comes to as a horseman, and I also have to find a horse that's not gun shy because I do not want to end up getting bucked, breaking my neck, and ending up paralyzed or anything like that. So no promises that that video will ever happen, but that's just something I'm working on. Like the stagecoach stop thing, it was just something I was working on, and that's something I'm working on right now that I'm hoping pans out, but I'm not going to promise that to you because it's just I got to find a horse that's within an hour and a half drive of me that's you know very mild mannered, not gun shy, and stuff like that because it's great to make these videos and it's great to have fun doing it, but I don't want to get hurt, paralyzed, or killed trying to make videos because then it ain't going to be too much fun. Yeah, I used to ride a horse with a friend of mine. They had a horse and he was completely deaf. You could have fired a bomb off, you know, a cannon off a foot away from him and he would have never heard it. And he would have been the perfect horse, but unfortunately, he died a few years ago. And so, like I said, it's just there's horses out there that aren't gun shy, but I have to find that horse in order to do that video. Yeah, Ungrateful Peasant, if you find that video program, uh, share it with me, please, because I need editing for idiots, kind of like, or editing for dummies, like they used to have in the book form. I need a program, a video editing program for dummies, so that I can understand it. Yeah, my videos are kind of raw. I mean, um, it is what it is. AA1, how you doing? Well, you're not helping my hopes of getting this video done telling me that, Blue Cord Devil. Should be telling me, oh, there's a million horses out there that can do that. I will have to check that one out. I've been using UCut and I'm finding more and more features on the UCut and it's free, but I'm sure that there's better programs out there. Yeah, I didn't do anything today. The power came back on yesterday, I think it was, and pretty much just hung out. It was just me and the wife all day today, and we just kind of hung out, and hung around the house together, and went swimming in the pool together for a little bit, and then I decided to do the live tonight. So, is there anything you guys want to ask me, or any questions you got, or anything like that before I kill this? But like I said, I want to thank everybody, all of you that watch these videos every time I put one out and give it the thumbs up, sharing that. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the other creators that help me so that I can put out better quality videos. And like I said, I wanted to acknowledge the other channels because there's a lot of small channels out there. There's a lot of bigger channels. I mean, you got what I call the medium-sized channels where you got like Plowboys Ghost and 11 Bang Bang, and there you got small channels like mine and Vinny the Pooh, and then you got big ones like Tuco and Arizona Ghost Riders and that, and J.W. Wheeler, or Jay Wheeler. Why I always say J.W. Wheeler, but it's Jay Wheeler, but because I call him J.W. when I comments because it's easier to type, but he's kind of in that between medium and big channels. And so, I mean, I'm pretty fortunate. I've got a bunch of people that have been very supportive of this channel and helped me out. And I just, like I said, I figured it was time to thank everybody. Hey, Night Stalker, how you doing? No, I was just getting ready to wrap it up, Night Stalker, and I was just asking anybody if they had any questions or if there was any, if you got an idea for a video, type it down there in the comments, and if it's something I can do, I'll try and do it. And if it can't, then it can't. Who were my mentors as a child, Sir Johnson? Um, I had a bunch of them. I had a neighbor that he was the guy that let me shoot a cap and ball pistol. He didn't put a ball in it, just powder and a wad. And I couldn't have been more than 8, 9 years old. He turned me on to my love of Colt single action style pistols. Um, my dad was a huge Western fan. He was John Wayne was his favorite. Clint Eastwood was mine. But I grew up watching all the old westerns. I mean, that's about the only thing my dad watched was old westerns and Star Trek. And so my dad, I mean, I had probably by the time I was 10 years old, I probably had 50 BB guns, every type of pistol and rifle BB gun you could think of. And by the time I was 10, my dad bought me a 20 gauge shotgun and a 22 rifle. So, I mean, my grandfather taught me how to work on guns and how to build them. My mom's dad. Um, I had a lot of people in my life. I had a lot of people that taught me gun safety, took me hunting, let me shoot different stuff, helped me customize them, sporterize them, build them. So I just, there's so many people that helped me out over the years. It's really hard to name one specific person. Charles Bronson, yep, I like Charles Bronson. Yeah, I kind of grew up in motorcycle clubs. I dropped out of school when I was 15 and actually joined up with my first motorcycle club with a guy that I call my uncle when I was 15. And then I love Harleys, I love hot rods, I love guns. As I've gotten older, can't afford the hot rods really. Still got the Harleys, but don't ride them that much just because just getting older and when you crash it takes longer to heal. But I love the guns and I shoot my guns. I try and shoot every day if I can. Yeah, Eastwood is Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef are probably my absolute two favorite Western movie actors. Eastwood number one, and Lee Van Cleef is he's in between one and two. I wouldn't even say he's my second favorite. I mean, he's right there with Clint Eastwood. I just kind of like Clint Eastwood just a little bit better. But I don't think Lee Van Cleef ever got the acknowledgement as far as playing a cowboy in movies like Clint Eastwood. I mean, you say Western movie and Clint Eastwood comes to mind, John Wayne comes to mind, and a few others come to mind. But you say Lee Van Cleef, and a lot of people look at you like, who? What are you talking about? You know? My favorite Western movie. Older Western movies, my absolute favorite is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. More modern ones, it's kind of a tie between 310 to Yuma and the last Clint Eastwood one he did. Man, I'm tired as hell, brain dead. Um, Unforgiven. So it just depends on older or newer. It's a tie between 310 to Yuma and Unforgiven for the newer style movies, and definitely The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for the old Clint Eastwood, or for the older movies. Yeah, the Hatfield McCoys was a good one. Yeah, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I don't know what it was. Uh, just that's my favorite. Probably because that's the first Western movie I probably remember that actually stuck with me as a kid. That really, you know. And then I'll never forget John Wayne in what the hell was it? Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Um, where he did the spin cocking on the horse. But that one always comes to mind as far as when I think Western movies. Them two movies come to mind. Yeah, see, I like. Don't get me wrong, I love all Western movies. It doesn't matter if it's black and white or modern, like Lonesome Dove, Young Guns, Tombstone. I mean, I love all the movies, but you guys asked what's my favorite, so yeah, True Grit. I like both the old version with John Wayne and then the newer one with damn it, what the hell's his name? I like I said, it, I can't think of a Western movie I don't like. Actually, as far as moderns go, modern Western movies, man, I love Buster Scruggs too. I mean, that's just a great movie. I mean, it's funny, but it's great. Yeah, Night Stalker. They had lots of good movies when I was young too. I mean, I don't know how old you are. I'm 51, but they were great. Yes, I have, Vinny. I watched that with Johnny Cash in it, and like I said, I like all of them. I mean, Barbarossa. There was another one. You had Have Gun Will Travel, old black and white movie. The Rifleman, another old black and white series. Bonanza, Gunsmoke. I mean, I grew up watching all of them and just loved them. I mean, they were reruns when I was a kid, but they were on all the time. Yeah, the spaghetti westerns were the best. Just I don't know why. Them were my favorites as far as the older ones go. Yeah, Jeremiah Johnson. No, I don't consider that a western movie. I consider that like the Mount Man Times movie because that's when it was based. And as far as that genre of film, Jeremiah Johnson is my absolute favorite. The Outlaw Josie Wales was good, and a lot of people argue with me between the Outlaw Josie Wales and High Plains Drifter. A lot of people feel that both of them were better than the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But like I said, just the Good and the Bad and the Ugly is the one that, for some reason, just I love it. I mean, I don't think Clint Eastwood ever made a western that I didn't think was great. That's just the one that always comes to mind first when you ask me what's my favorite western. Yeah, Last of the Dogmen. I know I've seen that, but Um, I can't remember that movie for some reason. Hey CBJW, how you doing? Yeah, I like the old '50s Harleys too. Just something about them. They were just good-looking bikes. I don't don't know if I've ever seen the original version of that Ungrateful Peasant. Yeah, Mountain Men was a great movie, but Jeremiah Johnson was definitely my favorite. Hey, Hunter L. Harvey, how you doing? Well, folks, it's starting to get dark. It ain't gonna be too much longer, and you all ain't gonna be able to see me. I like doing these videos outside. Um, I don't know why. I just prefer to be outside. Wintertime will come soon enough, and I'll be stuck in the house all the time. So I'm doing real good, Hunter. I got to do some shooting over the weekend and feeling really good. Took day off of work Friday. Didn't have no power, but I got to sneak out there to Stagecoach Stop. Got an hour of shooting time in before I had to leave. Hour of shooting and some video of the place, and then yesterday I snuck out for about an hour and did that Rossi R92 video, that short. And there's more to that, but you know, for it seems like every 20 minutes of video footage you get 1.5 minutes actual usable footage by the time you edit it. Yep, Liver Eating Johnson. Hey, you have a good night, AA1. But so anyway, you guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate it, and like I said, thank you all for all your support, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff coming up here in the future. And like I said, right now I'm just doing other videos and working on trying to round up a horse that can do the triple shot and spin cock, shooting the Winchester 92 off a horseback. So we'll see what happens. But I hope everybody has a good night, and I will talk to you soon. No, I'm not Crocodile Dundee, T-Rex. I'm just an idiot that tries to pretend he's a cowboy. All right, bye, everybody. You have a good night. Talk to you soon.